Good morning, Bitcoins. This is MadBitcoins Live. Today is Friday, August 22nd, 2014 at 10:07 a.m. on the West Coast. And we are live for the last time before leaving for Burning Man. We're also going to try to do the Bitcoin group later. I hope there's going to be time, because time is always running out. And time is continuing to run for Bitcoin as Bitcoin continues to experience a recovery all the way back up to 523, with a low of around 497 and a high of around 535 at its peak, far exceeding the previous low of 442. If you bought low, congratulations! Our top story: how Burning Man's Camp Bitcoin became Camp Dogecoin. Well, something kind of happened along the way for the organizers of Camp Bitcoin. They just started dropping out. One is getting married, one has a new baby, and another ended up under house arrest. But there's no reason to despair. A Canadian group called the Decentralized Dance Party has rolled in to take over, and they've renamed it to Camp Dogecoin. They'll be strapping a giant red rocket to the roof of a late-model burgundy Dodge Caravan with a Doge on its head, and overloading the van with crazy people and unlikely items and diminishing our odds of getting across the border. That's how we roll. Camp Dogecoin. More details at Coinbase. They'll have buttons. They also think that using Dogecoin alternatively to Bitcoin will bring up less drama about it being money or used for drug sales. Camp Dogecoin is basically a protocol, like having Camp Email. It's a celebration of cryptocurrency, but still light and fun. I look forward to being there soon. And of course, they don't call it Dogecoin. They're from Canada. They call it Dogecoin. And they're quite serious about that. In a phone interview, Gary LeChance stood by the ban on Doge. We're totally against that. You hoser, you knob, he said. Gavin Andresen, Fractional-Reserve mining. Could cloud miners be selling the same hash rate twice, 3 times, dozens, hundreds of times, the same computers? Yes, they could, says Gavin Andresen. And yes, they could, says the cloud miners themselves. Some are very honest and provided pictures of their mining machines. But who really knows what's going on? As Gavin said, many of them may prove to be Ponzi schemes. We'll only just have to wait. U.S. District Judge, Bitcoin is money. You're damn right. Of course, he's using it against people, against the cases of Robert Fiala and Charlie Shrem in the BitInstant drama. But this continues to stand against the IRS's ridiculous decision that Bitcoin is a commodity, not money. Too bad, IRS. You've got competition. New York extends comment period for BitLicense protocol. 45 days was too short for the state of New York to shut down all cryptocurrency traffic in their state and completely ruin them and send them back to the dark ages. They're going to wait another 45 days. As Super Nintendo Lawsky says, New York can't risk getting Bitcoin regulation wrong. But they're going to anyway because they're determined to be first. We're not the kind of agency that thinks we have a monopoly on truth and that we're always right. We feel strongly about a lot of the provisions in the proposed regulations, but we get that there might be things we can improve. Trying to rewrite the world. Lawsky claims that the proposal will not apply to software developers, as many said. And Lawsky is not surprised that Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire went so far as to say his company would refrain from serving New York customers. Yowza, yowza, he just doesn't care. He also, so they say the software thing. Further extensions are unlikely, but they may take another 45 days to think about it. As Lawsky says, if you're using Bitcoin in the state of New York, you're a bit like an alcoholic. You'll have to take it one day at a time. What a delightful and wonderful future for the people of New York. Until, like the show, sponsor the show. Anyone can earn advertising or make the show ad-free and earn a shout-out by donating $25 in Bitcoin and earning MadBitcoins, awesome units, MAUs. MAUs are not an altcoin. MAUs cannot be pumped and dumped. MAUs are only $25 in Bitcoin at time of transaction. The question is, how many MAUs do you want? Much like a jukebox, MAUs are first come, first serve. Earn MAUs by donating $25 in Bitcoin too. Right here. All advertising is subject to review of advertising content. Do not donate Bitcoins if your advertising is a scam, negative, inappropriate, etc. Keyword donate. MAU prices are subject to change. Earn your MAUs now. MAUs will be stored in a Google spreadsheet and read on the show in order. In the future, I plan to launch a public leaderboard for both total MAUs earned and total MAUs earned weighted by Bitcoin price. It could be a very interesting leaderboard. And don't forget that we're sending MadBitcoins to the desert. Donate Bitcoin today. MadBitcoins and Burning Man. All next week. Support MadBitcoins by subscribing at patreon.com/MadBitcoins. Subscribe with any amount you want. Use your credit card. Pay later. Subscribe now. And finally, until next time, which will be about, I'd say, a week and then 2 more days, so Wednesday or Thursday, which if I was around the horn, I'd have calculated out into hours. It would be really impressive. But until a week and a half from now, this has been Mad Bitcoins. Mad Bitcoins. Mad Bitcoins. Check out the awesome shirt I got in DC, huh?